I'm sick. That's why my videos have been less frequent than normal, even though my videos aren't that frequent naturally. I've got a cold. I know it's a cold because I ain't got no fever. I feel fine. I'm just all wishy, sniffly and sneezy and drippily and wheezy and douche, you know? Want to knock it out. It kind of made no sense, but we'll roll with it. As today we are playing a first place Greninja deck that plays Dragonite. I've seen people talk about this, but that's as far as my knowledge of it goes. I have obviously tested this a little bit. Well, not tested, that's the incorrect term. Tried it out, one would say. Sorry, my brain's a fazzle-dazzle trying to film this thing. And I still, for the life of me, cannot figure it out. So I've tried. I really have tried, but it just seems like two decks mashed together. But it did win a tournament. Granted, it only had 85 players in it, but it still is a decent-sized online tournament to take part in. And although it's no regional, online tournaments aren't easy. You're going to be playing against a lot of meta decks if you go in an online tournament, as you probably know if you've competed in them. And a lot of people see that as the highest level of testing you can do outside of having your own group of testers, right? You can put it really to a test if you want a deck figured out. So not to plague down the limitless tournaments, but I still do not understand this deck even slightly. I think of the obvious thing is obviously you have Greninja to use as Mirage, and then you have Dragonite to take 1-hit KO, something Greninja can't do. So it's covering all grounds of play. You've got Snipe, 1-hit KO, everything basically. So I understand it, but I always seem to go one way or the other. Maybe that's what it's intended to be. For now though, I think deck checking is actually very important for this kind of deck. So I was seeing if, okay, we've prized tree. So Colress is kind of useless. All right, that's interesting to know. I'm going to get Froakie. I mean, I do have Ninja literally in my hand. In fact, I have Pidgeot Greninja. Do you know what? I do Colress here, don't I? I just get the energy. Oh, that's definitely what I do. Yeah, okay, I'm going to throw that down here and then just, yeah, pass up. I mean, they could just Charizard this turn and that'd be a problem. But it is what it is in that front. I'll risk it for a Biscuit. There's an Artisan coming down as they get a Charmander. And they throw a Lillie's off. Okay. As they throw a Duskull down. Is this... Well, this is obviously not Dawnzard. Unless it is, and they're just having a terrible hand. I mean, it could be the case. Poffin coming down. A lot of Poffin... I mean, this does look like it would be Dawnzard. They just don't have the Dawn... I'm sorry, I forgot to turn off the effects. And now this, these weird visual, there's a term for it. I forgot what they're called. Not the visual effects, but sparks. I don't know. Okay, this isn't Dawnzard. Right. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I know it's going all over the place and going a bit crazy, these flares. What is the actual official scientific term for that? You know, the sparkly bits that come off fire. Right. This is going to have to be done without playing a Lillie, which is interesting. But I do take out both Charmander and Charmeleon. So, you know, I think we take those. So let's go for a Pidgeot, and I would be surprised if they don't scoot from here on out. So yeah, what I'm gathering right now with this deck is it does seem very... It's like you can pick and choose your angle, you know? Now, you're probably wondering how does it charge up? And it genuinely is just a matter of using Crispin. There's 2 Crispin in this deck. So if you have a turn to attach to a Dragonite, you can Crispin onto it, and then, you know, Bob's your uncle, you're taking your KO. I think that's pretty nifty as well. But yeah, it's such an interesting angle to take, because usually Greninja is played with Dusknoir to help it with, you know, taking out Shaymins and the like. But yeah, it does lack that 1-hit KO potential for a lot of the bigger Pokemon, given the Dusknoir with the Shinobi Blade is only 300. So I'm curious, my Greninja connoisseurs, a good friend of mine, Dom, he's one of those. What's one's opinion on this? Hey, I'm not too Greninja savvy. I know it to an extent of testing against it. I was helping Dom out some testing, but other than that, that's about as far as my knowledge goes. So we'll take it from there. Grand Tree though, that's great. And I need to fix my posture, man. All right, I'm gonna do this. Lift up. There we go. Fix my posture. I was told by the doctor my posture's really bad. It's causing some issues, so I've got to fix up, look sharp, okay? And for those wondering, by the way, this isn't my merch. You see me wearing this Stargazer, my favorite shirt right now, by the way. No, I haven't been wearing it literally every day. I'm recording it. Oddly enough, I'm recording at times where I'm wearing this shirt. I'm washing it, okay? I don't like wearing dirty clothes. But this is actually Game Boy Luke's merch. So for this video, I'll leave it in the description down below. He actually did put a lot of work into it, so definitely check it out. For those who don't know Game Boy Luke, a friend of mine, YouTube guru of mine, helping me out, giving me advice and all that, and just an all-round good lad. In fact, actually, this is so cool, by the way. I haven't spoke about this yet, and I'm going to do it now when I've got the chance. After the EUIC, which was a birthday weekend of mine, the Saturday was my birthday, the 14th of Feb. I thought, wow, that was an incredible day, an incredible experience. It was like the perfect birthday for me. I get to be around all the people that I have met throughout Pokemon online or met last year at UIC and really connect with them, as well as meeting fans and just being involved in the whole Pokemon world, right? Doing that was pretty... Mesagoza! Anyway, so that was really cool, you know? And then it comes around to the next weekend, and my mum told me that she's like planned a meal for me to have with, you know, her and the rest of my family, because I didn't see them on my birthday, so I thought that would be nice. And so here I am throughout the day getting ready for the meal, not eating much, because I'm like, you know, we're gonna have a big meal, I'm gonna prep myself for it. And then I get picked up by my sister and her partner and taken to what I thought was a restaurant on, you know, on this road, right? And so we park behind it, and there's a pub nearby who is managed by my cousin, right? I know, small town, right? What happens is she says, oh, I need to pick something up from there, but I might need some, you know, big hands to help me out. So I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, we'll come along. I'll come along and help. Takes me around the back of the bar, right? And I'm looking to my left, and then I see Luke. And I'm like, what? Bear in mind, Luke lives hours away from me. So to see him in my area, I was like genuinely confused as to what was happening. He's like hanging about, looking forward in this direction in towards the bar as I'm walking in. And I'm just like turning as I'm walking past him going, Luke? He looked at me and was like, hey. And then I was like, my brain was like, what are you doing here? Like, in my head, I'm like, oh, he's got, you know, maybe he's got a friend around here he's seeing or anything. Like, I have no idea, right? As my opponent goes for an evolution, and that turn took forever, by the way. But hold your horses, I'll finish that story after this turn. In fact, I might try and go for a Mesagoza. I'm sure half of you don't care about this story, but I do. So yeah, how about that? Give me a heads. Yeah, see, even Pokemon wants me to have it. Thank you very much. We take the Dragonair this time. And Grand Tree is actually kind of okay. Well, no. Grand Tree bad. Grand Tree very bad right now. I'm not doing that. So what is the game plan? I think I just should know people. Sorry, Mirage again? In which case, is it okay for me to actually get off a Grand Tree? No, okay. Well, hold on. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get, actually, a card that I think is pretty good. Crispin. Oh, hey, would you believe that? Actually, no, because I can't Mirage. I need to Hilda. Oh, I was going to get something else, but I think I discarded it. I was going to get the Powerglass, right? Well, I guess that's not happening in that case. So I just get myself a Frogadier. Sure thing. Let's do it. I'll do that. And then I'll just, I'll Hilda for, I guess I could get Dragonite this time around, actually. And then get myself the Ignition Energy. And I could see, I think I'm starting to see it a little bit now. Yes, I'm pulling off these plays. But next turn, if I go for a Shinobi Blade, I can actually get attachment of Mega Dragonite that turn and then just Crispin afterwards. So I can see where this is going. If you're not going to Mirage and instead Shinobi Blade, that's a perfect time to get attachment on Dragonite and therefore set it up for the KO later. I see it. I'm connecting the dots, so I am. Even though right now it just feels like a Greninja deck, but we'll see if it comes into action at some point. I don't know. I'm sick, man. Cut me some break, bro. I'm already putting out like more effort than I think I need to right now for the content. Anyway, as I was saying, so I see Lukey boy, and I'm like, what the hell's happening? So he's like, yeah, come with me. And I'm still like so stunned seeing him there that I still got nothing. Like my brain was just like, what's going on? And literally I was thinking, oh, maybe, yeah, as I said, he's just seeing a friend and he's just like, bring me to the bar. I come out and then I see my family. I see friends. I see Ellie and Mark. They're friends from, again, quite far away-ish. And seeing them there, that blew me away. And it was a whole surprise party for me. And I was so overwhelmed in the best way possible. I felt so loved. I felt so, I don't know. It was like, what the hell? I've had like the best EUIC and then a surprise party with all my friends around. And bear in mind, you know, Luke's never met my family. Ellie and Mark never met my family. These are friends I've made through Pokemon throughout the years. And here they are together. And I was like, my brain couldn't, we win? Lovely. Into the next one, baby. As I was saying, my brain couldn't fathom those worlds colliding because it was like three separate parts of my life that are not linked in any way, just coming together without me knowing. So I was absolutely gobsmacked. I was stunned. And at first I was like, how is this even possible? Like who was able to get a hold of Luke? Who was able to get a hold of Ellie and Mark? Like how are they, how? In fact, I think that was the most like times I've said how in my life in one period of time when that happened. And everybody then clapped. No, I'm joking. You know the meme, you know, OG type meme there, bro. So it was organized by my mum. Wonderful mother, so appreciative of her and everything she does. And my brother is the one that put it all together. So my brother's met Luke with me. He's met Mark and Eddie with me. He was kind of the one that strung it all together. And I was so, yeah, just so like enthralled is the words. I've never felt so loved in my life that, you know, Luke would come all the way down, you know, from where he lives just for that one evening, to then drive back up the same evening just for that. And, you know, Ellie and Mark to do the same thing, come down from, I think they're about an hour and a half away from me. Just, which I know in America's like nothing, but in the UK, that's a big deal, right? That is like a weekend trip type drive, you know what I mean? So for them to make that effort, you know, and for other friends as well who I don't see as much, coming down and making the effort to, my whole family being there, to it being set up, to there being food and the likes, it was incredible. I got home and had exactly the same expression. What the hell am I playing against? Ho-Oh with the Korai. Oh, Ho-Oh box, but you got Koraidon in. Oh, I think I saw LDF do a video on this, right? Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure about that one. Let's play here, actually. I don't know how I'm actually keeping the story together in my head with my ADHD, but here we are. It's working. I'm remembering. In fact, I'm probably going to forget now what I actually was saying. In any case, do I try bouncing here or do I just Budew? Maybe I should have not. Actually, hold on. Well, I mean, they've got a dead hand, and let's be real. Let's be real, okay? We know Greninja. Not Greninja, sorry. We know Armarouge box. They brick all the time. I'm pretty confident in this here. And maybe I'm playing this wrong. Maybe I should be getting an energy early on Dratini and then just using that to find evolutions and then Shinobi blading and then going for Armarouge. I think maybe what I'm doing wrong is playing this too much like Greninja and not anywhere near as much. Oh my God, they've just got it. Okay. Yeah, not anywhere near as much as what I should be playing here. So maybe I'm playing this wrong, but I'll try and adjust. But anyway, for it to be an incredible weekend where I got home from EOIC and was just like, what is my life? Like, I was blown away by the amount of people I met, the amount of fans that I met, took pictures, you know, signed things and really felt, I felt like a celebrity for a weekend. And that is so strange for me. That's not me, right? I'm not the attention guy. I'm the guy that, you know, I got a little bit overwhelmed to the point where I went back to the hotel for a bit. And that's like, it wasn't in any bad sense. It was just like, whoa, okay. I'm not an introvert in any sense, but I'm a bit of a blend, right? Ambivert is the term, isn't it? And so like, that was incredible. And then, yeah, I had the exact same expression when I got home from that surprise party. It was just like, what is my life? Like, this is incredible. And I know it sounds like I'm just like humble bragging here, but I've had troubles, man. I've had challenges. I've had mental health problems here and there in terms of, you know, just being too existential and all that nonsense and all that jazz. And I wouldn't say depressed is the term. I think that's too harsh, but I just needed that. I just needed that in my life. And to have that, oh, it just, wow. I think it just came at the right time as well. Anyway, we're getting bodied by the Wellspring. That's not good, is it? I'm pretty sure, though, am I like one card away from Shinobi Blade? Wait, so I can get Pidgeot here. Use Pidgeot to get Hilda. Oh, no, I can't. I haven't got a Froakie down. Right. So I'm pulling off an Itchy Pollen this turn then. Okay, am I gonna be Dragoniting now? Is that what I'm gonna be doing? Aha. Okay, let me think. I'm gonna throw this down here. There's nothing I can gust up with counter catchers. I don't know why I kept that. But I would just quick search for a Hilda then. Oh, but Iono kind of feels too good to pass up on. I mean, I am concerned. Well, no, if Iono, I'm actually gonna increase the odds of them finding energy. So maybe I just Hilda and just get energy. Like, this is very risky, mind you. But I'm going to do Energy Dragonite and just say, hey, you haven't got the KO me next turn, and I'm just going to start Iono gliding you and using the Powerglass. That's probably what... We'll see. Well, I mean, we're going to item lock him, so that's something. The only issue is, though, is I only need one more energy to be able to take me out. But I guess we'll just have to roll with it, man. Oh, posture check. There we go. Posture checked, fixed, installed. Sure, why not? If it goes down, I lose anyway, I think. Let's do it. Sorry, I know most of you clicked here to see this first place deck, and I spent literally half the video talking about something completely irrelevant. But you know what? I don't care. Luminous Energy! Now I do care. That's you can Lillie me as well. Okay, now you're just insulting me. As they Golden Flame. Oh, no, to be fair, it does make sense, right? Because you want to get energy in play so you don't have to burn the Legacy away. Because you can move the fire up off the Koraidon and keep the Legacy. Okay, no, that's valid. This is obviously a loss. We're going to scoop this one up, and I'm going to try the strat that I think this deck wants, which is like start Budew, attached to Dratini going second, and we'll go from there. We'll see. By the way, I'm not sure I remember saying who played this deck. It was Tension Shira, for those that don't know. Okay, Petram. We've got Rare Candy Pidgeot next turn, which is nice, but that's literally it. That said, I could attach and go for a call for family. Again, not really ideal, but... Oh, Zoroark. Right. How intriguing in terms of a matchup. I think if I can get Dragonite establish a Powerglass, then that could be enough to really power through. So maybe that's what we want to do. But the only issue is that, like, for this deck with Dragonite, you need an attachment for turn in order to pull it off. And even then, you need attachments afterwards. So, well, either way, I'll go for a call for family here. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm fine. What do you mean? I'm totally okay. I'll call for family. It's gone. Thank you for not saying bless you. Otherwise, that would have triggered it. At least I got Candy Pidgeot. That's something. Buddy Poffin coming in. And by the way, don't worry. I'm not like in any pain. Like, I'm fine. I'm not like, oh, trudging through the trenches. Oh, I need to get to Mordor so I can upload this YouTube video. No, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm actually not in that much pain. I'm just sickly. That's all. As Ultra Ball comes in with, wait, they got rid of the Daramananatapakatan. What's it doing in this job pile? You want that in hand, don't ya? I'm sure we'll see it. And in all honesty, I feel like I've got to boss the Darumaka. Isn't that just what I gotta do, bro? It just seems like that's the strat here. Because I don't want you bossing up, not bossing, but I don't want you taking out me. But I don't want to die. You know what I mean? Either way, they've gone for a interesting move. But actually, no. Yeah, that turns off my candy. Oh, Nelly. That's a problem. Okay, I think this deck's bad. I'm joking. Right. I definitely get, no, I need this, right? Because I can't attack with anything else. So I've just got to do this. That feels bad. Hey, where's me Colress? Where's me Cyrano? Lovely. They didn't get Fez though, means they got it in hand or its price. That's informative. And they attached to the ends Zoroark. Will they have the PP? That's probably what they're thinking. That's what my ex thought once they go for another trade. Getting rid of that energy, which means they definitely have it up. There it is. And PP has risen. As they trade yet again away a Yveltal. Do they have Power? Yeah, they have the Darmanitan. Right. Did you get rid of double Pidgey? It seems like that's the play, right? Or did you get rid of Pidgey and Dratini? I don't think they respect the Dratini enough. I think they're going to go for double Pidge. Yeah. Okay. So the good news is I have Greninja. The bad news is I can't do anything with it. Okay. You realize I say okay when I'm panicking internally? Yeah, I'm observant. Oh, you Cure. You are winding me up. You're winding me up with that top deck, mate. It's like, oh, look what you could have had. Wait. No, you can't have it. Oh, you joker. All right, well, I guess I'm just going to get a Greninja out. Is there energy in a discard pile? There is, so I could just Powerglass to it, which feels so bad. But the game's the game, I guess. I mean, oh, God, I'm screwed. This is kind of low-key. This has kind of been my experience with this deck. I don't know how it won a tournament. It went 6-1-0. Am I just bad at Pokemon? Is that, oh my God. Am I bad at Pokemon? No, that can't be it. That's not right. Me? Bad at card game, never. At least they can't win at Greninja. Hey, listen, sometimes you got to take the W's even in an L. They trade again, getting rid of the Cyrano, and they would trade one more time, getting rid of the Buddy Poffin this time around. And the chains will subjugate, in which they will likely flame body cannon. They can't go for Zekrom. They've overbenched. That's the good news. They will also go for a Janine, which charges up these Zoroarks. There you go. Jobs are done. And he's having a field day with me, man. A field day. And I don't really know what to do from here on out. I mean, I'll have to Mirage Barrage like 10 times to win if I'm going for Zoroarks. If I could get it. Wait, I've got Counter Catcher. I can Counter Catcher this. And I can actually, no, I can take a free prize turn. All right. That's something. Lightning Energy. Oh, you're having a laugh. All right, well, unless I Shinobi Blade. No, I'm Mirage Barraging because I'm on the vibe team today. I'm sick. I ain't got time for your nonsense. In fact, I'm not KOing Budew. I've changed my mind. I'm swinging at I'm swinging at a Darmanitan because if I KO Budew, it's going to free up I've already just freed up a bench slot. I don't think I'm doing all right today. I'll be fine. It's the same as the Victory Bell one, right? Where it's like, I didn't get it, but people in the comments figured it out. There's like, it's just very consistent. That's how it did well. So some of you in the comments are going to sit there and be like, Sean, this is why it done well. You just dumb today. And that's okay, because everyone's dumb sometimes, you know? There's a Zekrom down. That's going to be more than enough to KO me. I don't have a response. I've been filming for 30 minutes, mate. Like, that's usually how long it takes to film. So a combination of me being sick, granted I'm not in that much pain. I don't want to worsen it, you know, by trying too hard. So I think I might have to leave it there after this one because this is I've tried. In fact, there was a game I'm not even including against Goldengo where I just got slapped. Very early game by Solrox, so I just don't understand it. I'll upload it. I'll clickbait you. I'll do the whole YouTube gig, but I still ain't getting it. I don't understand. I don't get it anymore. In fact, I was gonna go for a Dragonair, but I think I'm going to do this to see if I can get myself a candy, or, you know, or Grand Tree, because then I can evolve straight into Dragonair and not lose next turn, because maybe I can somehow forge a comeback. You know, we've got the Iono. One could dream. as they have a way to draw literally like 6 cards, but we won't talk about that. Just, Grand Tree! No, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that's just GG at this point, is it not? Like, what's it good for? They're gonna just knock me out? Yeah, wait, that's literally what they're gonna do. Okay, I lose. Hey, listen. I tried my best. Okay, it's the best I could do. Please like, subscribe so I can get better. Thank you. Bye-bye.